dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening and happy Thanksgiving. I'm Madison Carmouche. An evacuation order has been lifted in 2 Rockcastle County communities tonight after a train derailed just north of Livingston on Wednesday, spilling sulfur. 2 of the rail cars caught fire. Firefighters were able to finally put the fire out today. While some families went home, Jeremy Toms caught up with some folks who aren't ready to return home just yet.
CSX says more than 100 people have been put up in local hotels as a result of Wednesday's train derailment. But tonight there is relief for those Rockcastle County residents as they were told they could go home this Thanksgiving evening.
4 o'clock today, evacuation order's been lifted and 25 is going to be opened back up.
Kentucky Emergency Management says the train fire was put out at 12:30 Wednesday afternoon. Around that time, they no longer detected sulfur dioxide in the air at the derailment site.
There will be several days of work ahead of us here to make the area and make the community look the way it did before the incident occurred.
One local gave the thumbs up as he got his ride home, but others have decided against making their return.
It hit hard. I was thinking I was going to lose my home because of the fire.
Monzella Crossan and her husband Glenn live on 10-Foot Hole Road, just above where the train crashed. They heard that crash and got the call from a county official quickly after.
You need to get off the hill now. She said, just grab what you can grab and go now. She said, you're in danger. She said, the train is derailed.
They grabbed their dog Chewy and took off, forced to leave behind their farm animals as toxic gas billowed into the air.
It will affect the respiratory system, so that's my concern with my cows. It probably won't see it today or tomorrow, but it's very possible in 2 or 3 weeks.
Because of their proximity to the crash, they're spending another night in a hotel. The Crossans feel they'll be safe to go home Friday, and they'll return to it with a whole new perspective on being thankful.
We take life in general for granted. Yeah. We really do. A person needs to stop and think about what they should be thankful for. You know, yeah. I have a home, I have a vehicle, I have all this stuff.
In Rockcastle County, Jeremy Toms, WKYT.
CSX officials say anyone who needs extended accommodations beyond tonight should go to their outreach center in Livingston. That will be open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. Congressman Hal Rogers released a statement following the train derailment, giving his appreciation to firefighters and support to families, saying, quote, "My staff and I will remain in contact with local and state officials as I stand ready to assist in any way possible. My prayers are with every family whose Thanksgiving gatherings have been disrupted by this derailment," end quote. Earlier today in Laurel County, a body was found in a ditch. The Laurel County coroner says that they found the body along Sally Branch Road. The body has not been identified at this time, but has been sent to the state medical examiner's office in Frankfort. The coroner believes the body is a man in his late 30s. He adds that while the death is under investigation, there is no evidence of trauma on the body.
I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. It was a great day weather-wise across the region. We're going to be seeing that trend continue tonight as we take a look at the camera network. We see from WYMT through Jenkins, back over through London Corbin, and over toward Moorhead and Pikeville. Not looking too bad as we head out the door this evening. A little bit on the cooler side in some spots, but you can tell where the clouds kind of are and the clouds kind of are not. So again, 32 Irvin, 33 in Manchester, 32 Jonesville, but 42 in Jackson, 42 in Pikeville. So again, some cooler pockets out there. Clouds are moving in. We had a pretty clear night for a little bit, and I do think we'll continue to see those clouds move in as we head through the next little bit. And again, by tomorrow morning, it's going to be back and forth as we see maybe a few clouds at times, but I think it's going to be a partly to mostly cloudy sky there on your Black Friday, but dry is the key word. And if you're heading out shopping pretty early in the morning, should be a fairly nice day. So as we see, Black Friday will stay dry. dry. A cold front is on the way by the end of the weekend, and then some cooler air is on the way by next week. I'll have more on that forecast coming up here in just a few minutes. Madison.
Brandon, thank you. Plenty of organizations around the region provided meals to folks in need today, organizing dinner giveaways for anyone that needed one. The Elks Lodge in Ashland got started around 11 this morning, and it was a busy time right from the beginning. Volunteers were on hand to hand out turkey and stuffing and, of course, pumpkin pie to top it all off. The Salvation Army in Lexington hosted their annual Thanksgiving dinner for the community. Organizers say with the line wrapped around the building, they were able to feed more than 300 people today. The Salvation Army has been hosting this dinner for 35 years. They also had some special guests stop by. UK's men's basketball team stopped by to help the event serve meals to community members.
So many people out here that support us, come to our games, but there's a lot of people that we don't come in contact with and that benefit from something like this. So I think for us to be able to see that and just to be a part of it, it's awesome.
Volunteers say they are glad they were able to give blessings to people this Thanksgiving. Many community members in need gathered for a special Thanksgiving meal. The first Thanksgiving hosted by Help the Homeless. WYMT's Jack Demler was in Somerset to share in the special meal.
Here we go.
Hi, you want turkey?
So thank you. You want turkey or you want ham? You want corn too?
A place where those in need can come together and share a Thanksgiving meal.
We operate our organization almost as like a family, and we just knew that we wanted to be with them, and we knew that they would want to be with us and just fellowship and have some good dinner together just like any other family.
Jessica Lee founded Help the Homeless in December of 2022 after losing her brother to a drug overdose.
He was homeless for a short time, and I just saw the community really had a need for someone to step up and try to take care of our unhoused neighbors.
Help the Homeless has provided numerous ways to support those in need.
It's a real blessing, you know, and they've helped me in other areas too. So I love this, and I love helping the homeless.
The organization has garnered a lot of support from many community members to celebrate a time of giving.
Several community members and churches and businesses gave us paper plates, food, drinks. Several individuals came to help cook. Several more came to serve. It's just been an awesome congregation of people that care.
This is very important to this community. There are an immense amount of homeless people right now in this area, and they really need someone to reach out to them. So this is where my heart is.
Providing a place to go for those in need in a time of giving back. In Somerset, Jack Demler, WYMT Mountain News.
Lee says they expected to serve around 150 meals by the end of today. Help the Homeless also delivers meals and other resources such as coats, hats, and gloves. A small restaurant in Irvine used this Day of Thanks to give back to a community they say has supported them since day one. The owner of Backstreet Grub, Aaron Abney, says a customer recommended that he start a giving board this season. The giving board is a way for people to pay for someone's hot meal in advance. Abney adds that they have already been able to feed 20 community members through the giving board, and they have no plans of getting rid of it.
We had one yesterday call from Florida to donate, and so that's crazy to think that somebody in Florida has seen our giving board.
Abney says that he hopes to see more restaurants start providing meals through a giving board. If you are interested in providing a meal to someone through this giving board, you can find more information in this story on our website. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, security was stepped up at this year's New York City Thanksgiving Day Parade. CBS's Chanel Call has more on what drove the heightened police presence. And turkey farms take several weeks of the year preparing for today's Day of Giving. But what makes a turkey Thanksgiving ready?
And the forecast continues to stay on the drier side for the biggest shopping weekend of the year. I'll have the latest there as we head into the forecast coming up in just a few minutes.